Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bethel High School for this afternoon's matchup between the Elizabeth Forward Lady Warriors and your Bethel Park Blackhawks. Bethel Park High School is a proud member of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, and we remind all spectators that this game, while competitive, is also an educational experience for all players and students. Your paid admission requires you to demonstrate respect and sportsmanship. Anyone displaying negative or unsportsmanlike behavior will be asked to leave the facility. At this time, please rise, and we ask you to please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. One moment, please. And now for today's starting lineup. First, for the visiting Elizabeth Forward Lady Warriors. On the wing, number 1, a junior, 5'6", Taylor Settle. At guard, a senior, 5'9", number 2, Chloe Zombek. At guard, a junior, 5'6", number 3, Mia Sterrick. At wing, a 5'9" senior, number 14, Michelle Jellison. And at forward, 5'9" sophomore, number 35, McKenna Bittner. And now for your Lady Hawks. At guard, 5'6" junior, number 4, Catherine Ball. At guard, 5'3" junior, number 11, Isabella Coleman. At guard, 5'7" senior, number 14, Sadie Corey. At forward, 6' senior, number 24, Ella Sabatis. And at forward, 5'10" sophomore, number 25, Alice Elphinstone.
Basketball in Bethel Park. My name is Nicholas Callis. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television, Comcast 21, and Verizon 32. You just heard the starting lineups announced, but I'll give them to you one more time. For Elizabeth Forward, Caitlin Settles, Chloe Zombek, Mia Sestarik, Michelle Jellison, and McKenna Bittner. For Bethel Park, Catherine Boff, Isabella Coleman, Sadie Ori, Ella Sabatis, and AJ Elphinstone. Sabatis for Bethel Park lines up for the tip. Michelle Jellison for Elizabeth Forward. Saturday afternoon basketball, and the tip is won by Elizabeth Forward into the hands of Sestarik. Now a dribble inside by Jellison, puts it up, no good. Rebound though by Jellison, got a rebound and scored. EF strikes first, Bethel Park now on offense. Pass out, Sabatis dribbles inside the paint, tries for a basket, and it's good. So this is day 2 of a tournament. It was a 4-team tournament. These two are the only two that are going to play today. Pass inside is stolen away by Sadie Ori, and Bethel Park comes back to offense. Out of bounds off Ori, settles with the defense for Elizabeth Forward. Elizabeth Forward will inbound now. Elizabeth Forward lost yesterday when they played Avonworth, 65-55. Bethel Park won an exciting back-and-forth game to beat Mars. Tipped away by A.J. Elphinstone, stolen by Sabatis, and Sabatis takes it coast to coast. All the way across court. She's got 4 now, and all of Bethel Park's points early on in this one. It is 4-2. Bethel Park leading Elizabeth Forward. Stolen away by Ella Sabatis. Trying for another score. She doesn't get it. Rebounded by Settles. Elizabeth Forward comes the other way. Shot is good. Start. 2 points for her. Elizabeth Forward now has 2 scores, and it's a 4-4 tie early on. Ori passes it, but she gets bumped into. Stolen away by Elizabeth Forward. So Stark comes back up, tries a shot, and misses. Boff went for the rebound with Sabatis, couldn't get it though, and now a pass out, and shot misses everything. Zombeck with the shot she missed though, goes out of bounds. And Bethel Park gets to inbound. Almost 2 minutes into this game, it's a 4-4 tie. Elizabeth Forward pressing a bit in the backcourt. Ori over to Boff to Sabatis, and a pass across court for Elphinstone, who's the recipient of that pass. She fumbled it, but a whistle stops play. Elphinstone got fouled. Settles first personal. It's Elizabeth Forward's first team foul of the quarter. And Ori will get the inbound and take it across court. Over to Boff. Back to Ori inside Sabatis. Outside and a 3 by Coleman. Misses the hoop. Elphinstone going for the rebound, and she's got it. A.J. Elphinstone pass inside to Boff, who has her pass almost kicked away. Elizabeth Forward gets the steal. And 1 pass later, gets a basket. It's Kaylin Settles. Lead taken by Elizabeth Forward, who continues to press heavy in the backcourt. Coleman to Sabatis. Over to Boff to Ori for 3. Got it! First 3 basket made by either team. 7-6 score. Bethel Park leads. In a game that's been back and forth through the first 3 minutes. Elizabeth Forward made it all the way to states last year, lost in the first round, but was 12-0 in their section. They're part of Class 4A Section 3. They were last year, and they still are this year. Bethel Park went down a classification from 6A to 5A. Sabatis with it now. Coleman around the top of the key. 3-pointer attempt by Sadie Ori. She's got it. 2 threes for Sadie Ori in this game, 6 total, 10-6 score. Bethel Park taking a bigger lead now. 4.5 minutes left first quarter. Dribble inside. That's Jellison for 2. 4 points for her in the game. It's a 10-8 ball game now. Pretty well paced early on for both teams. Coleman over to Ori, has an open 3. She missed that one. Elizabeth Forward rebounds. Basket's good. So Sterick on the basket, 4 points for her, and it's back to a tie game, 10-10. Sabatis outside 3 by Boff is missed. So Starek was going for the rebound with Boff, and they collided. A whistle stop play and a foul reported. Catherine Boff hit with a foul, her first personal. That's Bethel Park's first team foul of the quarter. Elizabeth Forward will take it across court with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing corner for 3. And it's missed. Ella Sabatis with the rebound. Over to the left wing corner, and a 3 for Coleman is good. Isabella Coleman for 3 points, and now a timeout called. It's a 13-10 game with 3:12 left in the first quarter. Elizabeth forward inbounds after timeout that they called. They're down 3. Newly entered into the game is Brianna Dawson. Bethel Park being difficult on defense. A whistle stops play there as Elizabeth forward was driving to the hoop. Foul's going to be reported. Catherine Boff called for the foul. Her second personal. That's Bethel Park's second of the quarter. Boff will get taken out in place of Avery Benacki. And Elizabeth forward is going to inbound. Attempted drive inside by Jellison. Michelle Jellison tripped, and then a whistle was blown. Foul called on Isabella Coleman. Coleman with one personal now. That's Bethel Park's third of the quarter. There's a floor foul, so there will be an inbound here. Sestaric shoots and makes it. 6 points for Sestaric. She leads Elizabeth forward scorers. It's now a 13-12 game. Heavy pressure by Elizabeth forward in the backcourt, and the ball stolen away from Elphinstone. Pass from Settles inside, and it's blocked by Ella Sabatis as Sestaric was driving for the hoop. And Bethel Park gets possession back. There's Elizabeth forward in the backcourt there. You see 3 players pressing back there. Coleman with the pass received. She passes, tries to get it to Elphinstone. It's tipped away by Zombik. It goes out of bounds, so Bethel Park will get to inbound this time on their offensive half. 2:25 left first quarter. It's a 13-12 game. Out to the corner, and an open 3 by Benacki is missed. Rebounded by Elizabeth forward. Michelle Jellison came down with it. She'll dribble across half court. And then pass to Zombik. Zombik to Sestaric. Sestaric being guarded by Coleman. Bounce pass in is off the chest of Jellison, then goes out of bounds. So Elizabeth forward last to touch it, means Bethel Park gets to inbound. And again, Elizabeth forward applying immense pressure in the backcourt. Long pass to Elphinstone, right by the midline. Sadiori with it now, tried to drive that left lane. Lost the ball for a second, but then regained her dribble. 3 attempts is missed by Coleman. Now a 3 by Sadiori is good. Sadiori 9 points, all from baskets beyond the arc. And a whistle stops play as a shot was attempted there. Foul called. AJ Elphinstone called for the foul, her first personal, Bethel Park's 4th, and since it was a shooting foul, the 2 free throws given to Jellison. First one's good. Jellison with 5. This is the first time anybody's thrown from the free throw line, or shot from the free throw line, excuse me, in this game so far. Bethel Park with a substitution as well. LeBate into the game. Second one's good. Jellison with 6 points, tying Elizabeth forward leading scorers. Ball stolen away. Elizabeth forward takes it back across court, and a layup is good by Kaylin Settles. 16-16, all tied up. Ball was tipped away there. Aggressive defense by Chloe Zombik of Elizabeth forward. Ball went out of bounds off EF though, so Bethel Park is going to get to inbound from that far sideline. Sabatis. Ball stolen away. It was passed by LeBate. Elizabeth forward with it now. Tie game. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Pass in, and basket is good. Settles with the basket. She's got 6. Elizabeth forward takes the lead. 50 seconds left first quarter. Pass out. 3 attempt is made by LeBate. Cuts the lead to 1 for Elizabeth Forward. 30 seconds left, first quarter. Sosteric with it. To Zombeck, who gets a lane and a screen, but it's blocked by Sabatis. Rebounded by Dawson, and now the ball's on the ground. A scramble for it, and contested possession called. Bethel Park gets the yielding possession there, so Bethel Park will inbound with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. .15 seconds left. Lori dribbles, drives, tries for a layup, and she makes the basket as she gets fouled. And one coming. Sosteric called with the foul. Her first personal, Elizabeth Forward's second of the quarter, and be fitting if Ori makes this because she's made 3 3-pointers so far, and she does convert the and one. All of her points have come in threes. 12 points for her. She leads all scorers. Bethel Park up by 4, and Elizabeth Forward will not get an opportunity to score before the first quarter buzzer. And after 1 quarter of play, Bethel Park leads 22-18 over Elizabeth Forward. Sorry about that. We were dealing with some technical difficulties, but Sabatis has made 2 baskets. She just got fouled. and makes the and one shot. She's got 9 points in total. Zombik also scored for Elizabeth Forward. 27-20 game now, and one foul was reported. That was on McKenna Bittner. Elizabeth Forward on offense now, and a whistle stops play for a foul. Ball's going to be inbounded. Foul was called on Fiona O'Neill, her first personal. It's Bethel Park's first of the quarter. Behind the back pass by Ori, and then out to the corner for Coleman, and she missed. Rebounded by Settles. Elizabeth Forward, quick transition to offense, breakaway by Settles. She got blocked by Sabatis initially, and a pass to Jellison, and that shot good. Jellison leads all scorers with 8 on Elizabeth Forward's team. Now it's a 27-22 game, and a steal by Elizabeth Forward there. Well done by Sestarik to get it to her teammate Settles, and now Settles tries a shot about 14 feet away, and she missed, and now a whistle stops play as Michelle Jellison had the basketball. Foul reported on Sadie Ori of Bethel Park, her first personal. That's Bethel Park's second of the quarter. Fiona O'Neill taken out. Into the game, A.J. Elphinstone, and inbound. 3 immediately shot and missed by Sestarik, and now contested possession called between McKenna Bittner and a Bethel Park player. But possession yields to Bethel Park, and so Bethel Park will inbound, and Sadie Ori takes it across court. Sabatis. Couple passes later, Ori tried a 3 and missed. Bittner now comes across court. McKenna Bittner tries to drive, and through 2 defenders gets a shot up but missed. Then a rebound. Shot missed by Jellison, and as the ball is coming back down, a foul was called. Ella Sabatis called for the foul, her first personal, team's third of the quarter. Now an inbound, Elizabeth Forward working on offense. Ball passed too far over the head of Kaylin Settles. So it was either going to go out of bounds or be a backcourt violation. By the way, Bethel Park gets possession with 4:45 left in the second quarter. Bethel Park leading by 5 points. Sadie Ori with it now, dribbles. Being guarded tightly, pass into Sabatis. Quick out pass to Coleman for 3 is missed. And Bittner went down, initially tried to get it. She touched it, and then it went out of bounds, so Bethel Park will get to inbound on its offensive side of the court. Catherine Boft inbound for Bethel Park. And before that, a substitution will take place. McKenna Bittner out, Brianna Dawson in. And now Bethel Park will inbound. Wing pass to Elphinstone. Now Sabatis for 3 missed. Rebounded by Boff. And she makes the basket as she got fouled. Kaylin Settles called for the foul. Her first personal. Elizabeth Forward second of the quarter. And Boff has an opportunity to make this a 3-point play. She does. And 1 converted, 3 points for Boff in total. Bethel Park extends its lead and gets to 30 points. Pass out there, Settles has an open 3 from that right wing, and she missed. Rebounded, though, by Elizabeth Forward. Dawson. Now it's Jellison for 3, and she missed. But a whistle stops the clock at 4 minutes, 3 seconds. Coleman called for a floor foul. It's her second personal. Bethel Park now with 4 in the quarter, and Elizabeth Forward will get to inbound Zombeck. And a three-point shot made by Brianna Dawson. Her first points of the game, and now it's back to a 5-point deficit for Elizabeth Forward. Bethel Park up 30-25. Sadie Ori dribbles, bounce pass into Elphinstone, and she missed off the backboard, rebounded by Jellison. Michelle Jellison takes it back across court. Over to Zombeck. Zombeck out to the corner, and a three attempt is missed by Dawson, rebounded by Bethel Park. Sadie Ori brings it back across court. Sadie Ori over to the wing corner. Boff with it, trying to find a receiver. Sabatis out to Coleman for three, and Coleman missed. Rebounded by Jellison. Elizabeth Forward quickly transitions to offense. Here comes Zombeck. Tries a layup and makes it off the backboard. 4 points for her in the quarter. And now it's a 30-27 game. Elizabeth Forward and Bethel Park have each been relatively close to each other. Bethel Park hasn't quite gotten to a 10-point lead yet. Elizabeth Forward was leading a little bit in the first quarter, but Bethel Park was able to come back and take the lead. Contested possession called. A.J. Elphinstone and Chloe Zombeck on the ground, both vying for that football. This time, Elizabeth Forward gets the yielded possession. So Elizabeth Forward will inbound. Fiona O'Neill also re-entered into the game for Bethel Park. Ball stolen away by Catherine Boff. Got it from Jellison. Boff trying to go all the way. She couldn't find a good shot, so she passes out and trusts Sadie Ori with the shot. Ori missed, but then Sabatis got the rebound and got fouled as she made the shot. It'll be the second time that Ella Sabatis is at the line for an and one opportunity. She missed that one, but Sabatis at 11 points. Rebound by Elphinstone, and she's fighting past two defenders. Couldn't get a healthy shot off, and Elizabeth Forward gets the rebound. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. 5-point game, Bethel Park leads. Three's missed. Elphinstone with the rebound for Bethel Park. Out to the corner, and Boff with the shot, and it's missed. Rebounded by Elizabeth Forward. And a whistle stops play as Chloe Zombeck hit the ground. A foul is called on Sadie Ori of Bethel Park, her second personal. That's Bethel Park's Bethel Park's fifth team foul of the quarter, and so Elizabeth Forward now in double bonus time automatically, and two free throws coming to Chloe Zombeck, who was fouled on that last play. First one's up and it missed. So for any floor foul or shooting foul, of course, that Bethel Park commits in this quarter, be an automatic two free throws for Elizabeth Forward. Second shot missed as well, rebounded by O'Neill. And Bethel Park comes back across court. Sadie Ori fumbled the dribble. Got it stolen away by Elizabeth Forward. Breakaway shot. It's good. Sesteric with 8 points now. Her first 2 points of the quarter. It's now 32-29. Bethel Park still leading. Ori on the wing. Bounce pass to Boff. Being guarded tightly by the sideline, and the officials did say Boff stepped out as she pivoted. So Elizabeth Forward will get possession back. Down 3 points with minute 27 left in the second quarter. Sesteric with it now. Top of the key, there's Zombeck. Pass inside for Settles, who had the ball poked away, but Sesteric picked it up and made a field goal. Sesteric first to 10 points for Elizabeth Forward, and she leads Elizabeth Forward scorers right now, under a minute left, and it's a 1-point game. Ball stolen away. Elizabeth Forward trying to score again. There's Settles, and she missed off the backboard, but rebounded by Sestaric, who gets a quick pass out to Jellison, And Jellison tried for a shot and missed, but a whistle stops play with 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Fiona O'Neill with 2 personal fouls now. Elizabeth Forward already in double bonus time, so 2 free throws coming for Michelle Jellison. First one's good. 9 points for Jellison, and it's back to a tie game, 32-32. Jellison could get to double figures with a made shot here. And she does. 10 points for Jellison. Elizabeth Forward has the lead again. It's 33-32. Sadie Ori drives and gets fouled on the way inside the paint. Chloe Zombie caught for a foul, her first personal. That's Elizabeth Forward's 4th of the quarter. Inbound by Sabatis to Boff. Boff at the top of the key. Being guarded tightly by Sestaric. Pass out Sabatis for 3. No good. Sestaric with the rebound. Sestaric taking it across court. Dribbles the left lane. Tries for a shot off the backboard and makes it. 12 for Sestaric. 18 seconds left in the second quarter. It's now a 3-point lead for Elizabeth Forward. Here's Sabatis. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Sabatis dribbles inside the paint. Tries to pivot and shoot. And on the attempt, a foul called. Zombie called for the foul, her second personal. That makes it 5 team fouls now for Elizabeth Forward. And both teams are in double bonus time. Ella Sabatis will get 2 free throw attempts, and she makes the first. Giving her 12 points, she leads Bethel Park scorers. There's 13. Sabatis now leads all scorers on the court. 1 second left. Last second shot by Sestaric misses, which will keep the score where it is going into halftime. Bethel Park trails 35-34 against Elizabeth Forward at halftime. We'll just go over some leading scorers real quick for both teams. Sadie Ori had 12 points in the first quarter, did not score any in the second quarter, but she's second among leading scorers for Bethel Park. It's Ella Sabatis, who has 13 and leads all scorers on the court. Catherine Boff also converted an and one to get 3 points. Isabella Coleman made a 3 in the first quarter, as did Gabriella Labate. So they're all at 3 right now. That's all who scored for Bethel Park so far. For Elizabeth Forward, Mia Sestaric leads with 12 points. Michelle Jellison has 10, a close second. Kaylin Settles didn't score at all in the second quarter, but she put up 6 points in the first quarter. So she's the 3rd leading scorer right now for Elizabeth Forward. Chloe Zombeck has 4 points. She scored all those in the second quarter, and Brianna Dawson made a 3-pointer in the second quarter. So 4 scorers for Elizabeth Forward through 2 quarters. And Bethel Park had 5 players score. So still a close game, a well-played game by both teams so far, 35-34. More basketball comes your way after halftime. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television.
and get down. Why don't you get up then? Start eating hoagies. Well, you give it your all.
No cutting for you.
Second quarter about to begin, or excuse me, spoke too soon. Second half about to begin. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube. Search Blackhawk TV 412 on YouTube. You find us. We're going live for pretty much every regular season basketball game, boys and girls, for Bethel Park High School this season. You can also watch on BPTV cable, simulcast going on there as well. Comcast 21 and Verizon 32. Bethel Park moving on this side of the court now. Coleman to Ori being guarded heavily, or excuse me, that's Boff who had it. Boff back to Coleman. Now it's Ori with it now at the top of the key. Sadie Ori dribbles, left lane. Boff with it now, inside dribble in the paint, shoots and makes the basket. Catherine Boff, the first to score in quarter number 3. And Bethel Park retakes the lead quickly, 36-35. Sestaric bounce pass in and a shot by Settles is missed. Rebounded by Jellison. Off the backboard and missed. Rebounded by Boff. Boff now across half court. There's Coleman with an open 3. And she's got it! Isabella Coleman made a 3 in the first quarter. She's made a 3 here in the third. She's got 6 total, and Bethel Park creating a gap now with their lead. 39-35 is the score. Sestaric to Jellison. Back over to Sestaric out to the corner. Dribble by Bittner, and she missed. Bethel Park, quick transition. There's Sabatis under the hoop, and she moved a little too quickly, hit it off the backboard and missed. Elizabeth Forward now back on offense. Dribble in by Settles, and she missed. Now Bethel Park back to offense. Boff quickly moving, tries for a layup, and it's good. After a couple suspenseful bounces. Boff with 7 now in the game. Bethel Park, more sizable lead here, 41-35 is the score. About 6 minutes left in the third period, third quarter. Timeout called by Elizabeth Forward. Elizabeth Forward has now used 2 of its 5 allotted timeouts. Bethel Park still has all 5 to use throughout this game. Bethel Park, the only team to score so far, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Bethel Park's leading scorer right now, Ella Sabatis. She's got 13. Sadie Ori a close second with 12 so far in this game. Elizabeth Forward's leading scorer has 12 as well. It's Mia Sustanek. Michelle Jellison close right behind her with 10. This really has been an entertaining game, back and forth. Both teams have held the lead for just about half the time for this game. It's been close, with each team pulling away a little bit in certain parts, but and the other team coming back to tie it or take its own lead. 6-point game right now, advantage to Bethel Park. Bittner for 3, no good. Ori tried to get the rebound, but Settles got there first. Pass out, and Zombik for 3. Chloe Zombik for 3, first to score for Elizabeth Forward in this second half. She's got 7 total, and now it's a 3-point game. Boff with it to Ori. Ori trying to find some space, drives the left lane, and high off the backboard and good. Sadie Ori now the leading scorer on the court. She's got 14 points, and it's 43-38. Bittner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Sabatis. And Sadie Ori will now take it across the midline. There's a layup attempt by Sadie Ori. Shot missed, but a foul going to be reported. Kaylin Settles called for the foul. Third personal for her. That's the first for Elizabeth Forward in the quarter. And Sadie Ori at the line to shoot 2. First one's good. Brianna Dawson back into the game for Elizabeth Forward. Now Sadie Ori is going to shoot the second of 2 free throws. That's 16 for Ori. Zombik takes it across half court. There's Sestaric now, long 2, about 17 feet away from the basket. She missed though. Bethel Park with the rebound. Sadie Ori dribbling. Coleman for 3, no good. Didn't make it to the hoop. Rebounded by Zombik. Elizabeth Forward quick to get on offense. There's Settles driving the baseline, and she makes that basket. First basket of the quarter for Settles, 8 total for her now, and it's a 5-point game. Here's Ori. Sabatis. Top of the key, got a screen there for a second, then hands it right back off to Ori. Ori driving that left lane. Couldn't find enough space, but she finds Boff for an open three. That's good! That's Boff's first 3 of the game. She's got 10 total points now. 7 in this quarter, and it's 48-40. Three switched there. Mia Sustarik, 15 points for her, first points of the quarter, and it's back to a 5-point game. AJ Elphinstone. Sadie Ori with it now on the wing. Dribbles inside, spinning for space, tries for his shot. Well contested, but that shot good. Sadie Ori with 18, still leading all scorers. 50-43 now. Bethel Park in the lead. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. So Starik over to Settles. Jellison with it now, dribbling. Pass out, and the 3 attempt is missed. Shot taken by Brianna Dawson. Elizabeth Ford maintains possession, though, and a drive in is missed by Zombik, and this time rebounded by Bethel Park. Sadie Ori to the corner for Coleman, back to Ori. No shot clock in high school basketball in Pennsylvania, so as long as Bethel Park moves the ball, they won't get called for any violations. Shot is up and good for Ella Sabatis. $15 points for her, first 2 points of the quarter in Bethel Park. With a commanding 9-point lead now, 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. Whistle stops play. Bethel Park will get possession. Derek just called for a foul. Shot good by Sadie Ori. She's got 19 points now in the quarter and could make it 20 with this free throw, and she does. 20 points for Ori, leading all scorers. It's now 54-43 Bethel Park with its highest lead so far in this game. Jellison tries to dribble the left lane, pivots for space. He can't make the shot, well contested by Bethel Park. Sabatis with it to Ori. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Off with it on the wing, being guarded tightly. Stazak. And Elizabeth Ford gets the steal. Jellison with it now. Dribble to the wing, drive, and shot is no good by Sustarik. Rebounded by Sadie Ori. Quick transition for Bethel Park. Ori to the top of the key for Sabatis. Who makes it? 18 points for Ella Sabatis. After that 3-point shot was made, Bethel Park is up 57-43 now over Elizabeth Forward. And Elizabeth Forward calls its third timeout of 5 in this game, stopping the clock with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the third quarter. So Elizabeth Forward was a very successful team last year. No section losses for Elizabeth Forward. 12-0, 22-4 overall. They made it to states after losing in the WPIAL semifinals to North Catholic. They lost in the first round to Warren, but a pretty solid season. Bethel Park had a 5-7 section record as a Class 6A team. Bethel Park did not qualify for the playoffs last season in girls basketball. Bethel Park so far, though, technically 1-0 overall on their schedule after beating Mars yesterday in a rather exciting game that went down to the wire. 56-52 was the final, but both of those teams were well matched in that game. Elizabeth Forward lost yesterday to Avonworth. This is part of a two-day Bethel Park tournament as well. Bethel Park's hosting for these girls basketball teams. Pass under the hoop, well done. A great acrobatic shot made by Stark. 17 points for her. She leads Elizabeth Forward scores. Drive in by Bethel Park, and the ball goes out of bounds. Inbound by Coleman to Sabatis. Hand off to Coleman, who gets a three-point shot off and missed. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Zombek, according to the officials. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Substitutions for Elizabeth Ford before this inbound. Kaylin Settles and McKenna Bittner. Bethel Park has most of its starters still on the court. Fiona Neal, the only other one in there. She's in right now for AJ Elphinstone. Three-pointer missed and rebounded by Sesteric. Sesteric taking it. Trying to get past Coleman of Bethel Park. Pass inside, there's Settles. Shot off the backboard and good. Settles has entered double digits. She's got 10 total points, and it's a 10-point game with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Sabatis dribbles inside. Sabatis off the backboard and good. Ella Sabatis at 20 points now. Two 20-point scorers for Bethel Park. And now it's 59-47. Zombek being guarded heavily. Settles for three, and that's no good. Sabatis with the rebound. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Ori will just flail it up and miss. Just a bit short of the hoop, and the third quarter comes to a conclusion. It's 59-47. Bethel Park leads this game going into the fourth quarter. You're watching Bethel Park High School basketball girls in this edition on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Covering most games. The only one we're going to miss is on December the 12th, this coming week, when Bethel Park girls play Trinity. But other than that, we are covering all games for the Bethel Park High School boys and girls basketball teams this season. If you want to be a volunteer, part of BPTV, to help us out with these productions, you can call Dave Cable at 412-831-3304. Or you can email him dcable, D-C-A-B-L-E, at bethelparkpa.gov. And express your interest. If you're a student that wants to be involved in these productions, you can contact Mr. K. He's in room 104. Go and see him or find his email in the student directory, but he's the big electronic media teacher at the Bethel Park High School, and he's the school's contact to get involved with these productions. So if you want to try to be an announcer, want to try to run a camera, want to try to be a director, I mean, it's all things that you can learn if you're a student that likes sports but might not be playing in any particular season. We do football, basketball, and baseball. Settles first points of the quarter scored by her. She's at 12. 59-49 is the score. Ball tipped. And Elizabeth Forward back to offense quickly, trying to score. Missed by Zombek. Bethel Park got the rebound. Ori comes across court quickly. Inside to O'Neal, who gets that ball smacked away by Sesteric. So Bethel Park will get to inbound, but they fail to score on that particular play. Sabatis will inbound. Here's Buff. Buff tipped away. Sestaric playing high pressure defense. Out to Coleman on the corner. And she's got it. Coleman has scored in every quarter but the second. And all of her shots that have been made so far are threes. She has 9 total. It's now 62-49. You can be a part of Blackhawk TV and Bethel Park Public Access Television sports coverage. As that three is made by Jellison. She hasn't scored since the second quarter. She's at 13 points now. Ori in, Sabatis out to Coleman for 3. And she's got that one too. Coleman's found a hot streak here, 65-52. It's her second 3 made in about a minute's time. But again, BTV, you can volunteer by contacting Dave Cable of the Municipality of Bethel Park, or see Mr. K if you're a student down in room 104 and ask him how you can get involved. Next game is coming up for both the boys and the girls teams. We'll be covering, we are going to Cannon Mac for that doubleheader. Girls, then the boys play at Cannon Mac on December 10th. It's a Tuesday coming up this week. Bethel Park calls a timeout. It's Bethel Park's first timeout used in the game. Elizabeth Ford has 2 remaining. Bethel Park now with 4 remaining. So just the upcoming games on our schedule for basketball, just to give you the next few. Cannon Mac, we are going to Cannon Mac on December 10th. Girls are going to play at 6, boys are going to play at 7:30. Then on the 13th, that'll be that Friday, boys play here in Bethel Park against Trinity at 7 p.m. The girls will play Mount Lebanon. That's Saturday the 14th, and we'll cover that. Coleman missed that shot. Bittner with the rebound. Gets a pass off to Jellison, 2-on-1. She passes to Sestaric, into Settles, who drives and makes the basket. 14 for Settles in the game. It's 65-54. Sabatis being guarded tightly in the backcourt, and a foul called on Jellison. Jellison was second personal foul on her. That's Elizabeth Ford's first of the quarter. Boff struggling to dribble. Bounce pass on a knee to O'Neal. Finds an open Ella Sabatis, who misses. Oh, I spoke too soon. A suspenseful bounce off the rim and then a swish. Sabatis with 23 points. She's back to the leading scorer on the court. She is, like I said, 23. 68-54. Bethel Park leads in the fourth quarter. This also is a 2-day tournament. This is day 2 of a 2-day tournament. 3 made. That was smooth by Sestaric. She's up to 20 points scored now. She leads all Elizabeth Ford scores. Elizabeth Ford gets a steal, trying to score again. Sestaric shot blocked by Sadie Ori. Jellison, though, well done and aware to get that rebound, but as she was going up for that shot, contested possession called by the officials. And Bethel Park will get possession of the ball back. Sabatis over to Ori, who fumbles the dribble, passes back to Sabatis. Now across court for Boff. Boff to Coleman, inside. Sadie Ori lays it up, and that's good. 22 points for Ori. Her first 2 points of the quarter, and it's 70-57. Bethel Park with a commanding lead, under 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, and now an offensive foul called on Mia Sestaric. Three personal fouls for her, 2 in the quarter for Elizabeth Forward. And now a technical foul called as well. The technical foul just called on the Elizabeth forward bench. First shot, no good. Sadie Ori shooting from the line now. So Ori missed both technical free throws. Awarded for Elizabeth forward's bench being a bit too aggressive. Now Bethel Park will get possession back. Sadie Ori dribbles. And she is going to be fouled on that play. Zombik with 3 personal fouls after getting called there. Elizabeth forward with 4 in the quarter. Bethel Park hasn't committed a foul yet in this quarter. If another foul's committed on them, they'll go into double bonus time. O'Neal, agile play after being guarded aggressively to try to get that one back into her teammates, but Elizabeth forward successfully steals. Settles tried for the shot, didn't get it. Jellison got the rebound, and she made that basket, so Elizabeth forward comes away with points on that possession. And now a 3 by Sadie Ori's no good. Elizabeth forward gets the rebound. Bethel Park up by 11 points. About 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sesteric dribbles around pressure and makes a field goal. Sesteric at 22 points now. And Elizabeth forward pressuring heavily in the backcourt. Here comes Sadie Ori. Over to the corner, there's Coleman, who passes to Sabatis, to Fiona O'Neal, and a foul to be reported. Chloe Zombik has committed all her fouls in the second half. 4 personal fouls for Chloe Zombik. And 4 team fouls for Elizabeth forward. As says the scoreboard, there's AJ Elphinstone with it now. Being pressured, and a whistle stops play. Timeout called by Bethel Park.
Timeout, Bethel Park. 30-second timeout.
As soon as Bethel Park inbounded it, a foul got called. Jellison called for the foul, her 3rd personal. That's Elizabeth forward's 5th team foul of the quarter, so Ella Sabatis will get to shoot 2 because Bethel Park now in double bonus time. No good. Bethel Park with a 9-point lead. Sabatis misses number 2. Bethel Park been struggling with free throws in this fourth quarter. 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter is Bethel Park on free throw attempts. Zombik dribbles the right lane, being guarded by Elphinstone, and that's a missed shot, rebounded by Sabatis. Now Ori will take it across court. Ori to Boff in the corner. Boff dribbles around and tries for a shot and gets knocked over. Just tried to run into Zombik but couldn't get anywhere. Bittner was dribbling, and a whistle stopped play with 3:03 left in the fourth quarter. Foul called on Bethel Park's Catherine Boff, her 3rd personal. That's Bethel Park's 1st of the quarter. Sesteric dribbles in on the right lane and pivot pass out. Bittner maneuvers all defenders and makes that basket. Agile play there for Bittner's first 2 points of the game. And Elizabeth Forward cutting the deficit closer. Sabatis makes that shot for 25. Sabatis now the leading scorer on the court. 72-63 the score. Cross-court pass, there's Settles for 3, no good. Sabatis with the rebound, 2:20 left, fourth quarter. Sabatis out top of the key. Over to the wing, there's Boff. Boff dribbles, Ori with it around the logo in the middle, inside to Sabatis. Out now to the wing, pass over to Boff. Further over to Coleman inside, Sadie Ori can't make that one. Jellison with the rebound. Here comes Elizabeth Forward, cross-court pass, 3 attempt by Sesteric is no good. Jellison tried for the rebound, was contested with Sabatis. Elizabeth Forward had it for a second. Settles was about to pick it up, and then a whistle stopped play. And a foul was called on Catherine Boff, her 4th personal. That's the second team foul of the quarter for Bethel Park. Boff now in foul trouble. One more foul and she'll be removed from the game. It's 5 for a foul out in high school basketball in PA. Zombic being guarded tightly by Coleman. Pass top of the key. Bittner for 3, no good. Elphinstone with the rebound, and now contested possession called. Possession was contested between Elphinstone and Kaylin Settles of Elizabeth Forward. Minute 35 left, fourth quarter. Bethel Park with a 9-point lead over Elizabeth Forward. Elizabeth Forward has not won a game in this 2-day tournament. Of one that they've played, they're 0-1. Basket for 3 made by Michelle Jellison, her second 3 made of the game. That gives her 18 points now in the game. And she has scored 8 in this quarter, and with that a timeout called. Elizabeth Forward uses another timeout. Elizabeth Forward with 1 left in the game. Bethel Park with 3 left. So yeah, this is a 2-day tournament, so it's a little misleading to say they haven't won a game in the tournament. Technically that's true, but Elizabeth Forward only played in 1 other game in the tournament. It's a 2-day tournament where each team that participated was supposed to get 2 opponents. Elizabeth Forward played Avonworth yesterday and lost by 10. Mars and Avonworth were supposed to play today during this time slot, but Avonworth had to travel for some event. So Mars not playing in the second day of the tournament because they don't have an opponent to play. So the other 2 teams that haven't met yet, Elizabeth Forward and Bethel Park, they're playing now, and the time switched from 3 to 1 o'clock. That's why you're seeing this game now. Inbound picked up by Elizabeth Forward, and Jellison tried for a shot and missed. There's Zombeck, puts up the rebounded shot, and she makes it. 9 for Zombeck, and the lead continues to shrink for Bethel Park at 72-68, and a whistle stops play. This time Bethel Park calls a timeout, has 2 remaining in the game. Elizabeth Forward still with 1 remaining, but a relatively short tournament. These are kind of mini tournaments when you have them played. Some played at the beginning of the season, some played during the holiday stretch on the calendar. Elizabeth Forward has not played too many opponents this season. They beat Aquinas Academy during a non-tournament game back on Monday, December the 2nd. Their loss to Avonworth last night was the first for them on the season. Bethel Park's first game, tournament or not, was yesterday against Mars, where they won 56-52 in a very exciting back and forth game that ended with a rather intense finish. Bethel Park had a 5-7 section record last year and did not qualify for the playoffs. Elizabeth Forward went 12-0 in section and got to play in both the regional and state playoffs. Pass stolen away by Settles of Elizabeth Forward. Ball coming back across court, and a whistle stops play. Bethel Park gets possession back. About a minute left in regulation of this game, and it's a 4-point game. The Bethel Park right now is in the lead. Elizabeth Forward with tight coverage. Inbound to the backcourt for Sadie Ori, who dribbles around one defender and gets the ball to the forecourt. Off back to Ori, and a whistle stops play. Kaylin Settles called for the foul, her 4th personal. Bethel Park already in double bonus time, so 2 free throws coming to the foul victim, Sadie Ori. 0 for 2 this quarter on free throws. Makes that one though. 23 for her in the game so far. It's her 5th make as well from the free throw line. That one good for 24, 2nd leading scorer for Bethel Park. And it's now a 6-point game. Elizabeth Forward back to offense. They've got less than a minute to attempt to tie this game. 3 attempt for Sesteric is good, deep, well beyond the arc. About 22 feet away. 25 points for Sesteric, and a whistle stops play. It's now a 3-point game. So 4 of the primary players on Elizabeth Forward right now are in foul trouble. Alice Sabatis goes to the line to shoot as the leader among all scorers with 26 now. It's her 26th point of the game. AJ Elphinstone back into the game, but Kaylin Settles, Chloe Zombick, and Michelle Jellison all have 4 personal fouls. Mia Sesteric has 3. They're all in foul trouble. This game is coming toward an end. 27 now for Sabatis. Back to a 5-point game. Bittner dribbles. About 30 seconds left in regulation. And a foul to be reported after Bittner was driving in. Elphinstone called for the foul, her 2nd personal. Bethel Park's 3rd team foul of the quarter. That was a shooting foul, so Bittner will get 2 free ones and makes the first of 2. 3 points now for Bittner in this game. And with the 2nd one made, she's got 4. All 4 of her points are scored in this quarter. 3-point game. Sabatis gets it into Coleman. Over to Ori, but Settles contests the pass and came down with possession of the ball, but stepped out of bounds. And so Bethel Park will get possession back, and can expect some intentional fouls here by Elizabeth Forward with short time on the clock. Teams will intentionally foul in an effort to stop the clock. Elizabeth Forward also, many of its players are in foul trouble. Bittner, who only has 1 personal foul, will take that one to stop the clock at 24 seconds. She's got 2 personal now. Elizabeth Forward with 4. Or I correct myself, I was looking at the wrong team. Elizabeth Forward already over 5 personal fouls. So Bethel Park will get 2 free throws, and maybe Sabatis taking them since she got fouled. That first one's good. 28 for Sabatis, leading all scorers. That makes it a 4-point game. Bethel Park sends AJ Elphinstone to play defense under the hoop of Elizabeth Forward's basket. 29 points for Ella Sabatis. That makes it a 5-point game, and Elizabeth Forward running out of time. Bittner drives, and a falling pass out to Jellison. A whistle stops play, though, and a foul reported. AJ Elphinstone with 3 personal fouls. Bethel Park with 4 now as a team in this quarter. O'Neal comes into the game. A defensive move there for Bethel Park. Jellison can't find space. Ball tipped and into the hands of Bethel Park. O'Neal to Ori. Bethel Park content with staying and dribbling in the backcourt. Elizabeth Forward will foul as a response. Jellison with 5 personal fouls now. Bethel Park already in double bonus time, so 2 free throws should be coming. And Jellison will have to be taken out because when one player individually fouls 5 times, that player is removed from the game. Sadie Ori back to the line, another 20-point scorer in this game. She's at 24 right now. Under 10 seconds left to play. First one's no good. Ori has missed 3 of 5 free throws she's taken so far. Here comes number 6 of the quarter, and that's good. She's made half her free throws this quarter, 25 points in total. It's a 6-point game, and just a Hail Mary shot up. Bittner rebounds and puts in the basket, and a timeout called by Elizabeth Forward. A lot of moving parts during that play. A failed 3-point shot. Great rebound, though, and basket in by Bittner. And Elizabeth Forward decides to call a timeout with 0.8 of a second remaining in regulation. So unlikely Elizabeth Forward can score 2 consecutive baskets with less than 1 minute left. But the coach trying to give his team the best chance to try and win. Bethel Park, in all likelihood, is going to come away with 2 wins from this tournament that they're hosting. Bethel Park will also get to inbound, so 0.8 of a second goes by faster than you might think, even though it's on the board. So Bethel Park's just got to get this ball inbounded, and they do. That's game. Final score, Bethel Park 79, Elizabeth Forward 75, and a great performance by many of the players in this game today for Bethel Park in particular. Ella Sabatis led all scorers in the game with 29 points. Sadie Ori was 4 points behind her. Sadie Ori finished with 25. Isabella Coleman got hot in the 4th quarter, made a couple consecutive 3-pointers. She finished with 12 total. Catherine Boff had 10. And then Gabriella LeBate made a 3 in the 1st quarter. So those are all the scores for Bethel Park. A lot of scoring all the way around. Elizabeth Forward put up a valiant effort as well. That was a back and forth game. Mia Starek led with 25 points to finish for Elizabeth Forward. Jellison had 18 as the second leading scorer for Elizabeth Forward. Kaylin Settles had 14, so those were the top 3 scorers for Elizabeth Forward. Well, Bethel Park comes out of this tournament that they hosted with 2 wins, one against Mars yesterday, one against Elizabeth Forward today. Both wins for Bethel Park were by 4 points. So well done by them coming out of this tournament. Those are also the first 2 games on their schedule this season. And so, not much more to say about it. Next game for both the boys and the girls basketball teams is going to be a doubleheader at Canon McMillan on Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. And we'll be there to cover both of those games. It'll be a nice doubleheader feature that you can watch right here on Blackhawk TV and on BPTV. So plenty of basketball to cover. And then over the weekend, there'll be a couple games covered, Friday and Saturday, both the boys and the girls teams. Friday the 13th, the boys play Trinity here in Bethel Park at 7 p.m. The girls play Mount Lebanon on Saturday the 14th at 7:30. So both those games will be covered here as well. So a pretty healthy amount of games coming up over the next week. We will not be at the girls game against Trinity on December the 12th, that Thursday. So that's the only game we're going to be missing all season, but you can catch our coverage of the girls and the boys playing Cannon Mac on December 10th. Then the boys playing Trinity here at Bethel Park on December 13th at 7 p.m. And the girls are going to play Mount Lebanon at 7:30 on December 14th. That's pretty much it. I'd like to thank Ryder running camera. He's a lone staff member today, but we appreciate his efforts running camera. And my name is Nicholas Callis. I've been doing the announcing and some of the directing in this game as well. I'll repeat the final score one more time. The Bethel Park Blackhawks beat the Elizabeth Forward Warriors 79-75. This has been a presentation of Blackhawk TV and Bethel Park Public Access Television.